Hey guys, so it's October 2nd, I think, which is the perfect time to go out and get some new books. So, I'm at Books A Million. I do have some idea of what I want to get. So I'm between I would get a fall book that's light and easy to read. And then a spooky book, like a thriller or something. I think I definitely want to get that. And then I also want to look in graphic novels because I saw a YouTuber make a video the other day about them. And now I'm just intrigued. I think I would love that. So, gonna see what we're gonna find. My Books A Million never has that much stuff. I feel like it does, but it's never it's not like a Barnes and Noble, you know what I mean? So, gonna go inside, gonna see what we can get, and I'll take you along with me. Okay, so it's super hot in here, so I have to have my AC on, but I did find 3 books. You've seen 2 of them. I got Before the Coffee Gets Cold, because I feel like, here, I'll get you a better view. I feel like it gives off fall vibes, like chilling, drinking coffee, relaxing, fall vibes. Okay, so I'm at work now, but I realized I didn't say the synopsis for this. In a small back alley of Tokyo, there's a cafe that has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. Local legend says that this shop offers something else besides coffee, the chance to travel back in time. Over the course of one summer, 4 customers visit the cafe in the hopes of making that journey, but time travel isn't so simple. There are rules that must be followed. Most important, the trip can last only as long as it takes for the coffee to get cold. Heartwarming, wistful, mysterious, and delightfully quirky. Doesn't that sound so good? I've been waiting to get this, but I swear to God, couldn't find it anywhere. The listing on Amazon was weird, and I couldn't find it at Books A Million. So, glad to get it. And I know that there's 1 or 2, I think there's just 1 more, but it's just a continuation of stories, which is pretty much what this is, different stories of people who sit down and go back in time. But I'm excited for it. I think it'll be interesting. It'll be an easy read, for sure. But I think everything I got is an easy read, which is kind of nice because I've been reading fantasy lately, which is so difficult. Then I got The Maidens as my spooky book, which is Edward Fosca is a murderer. Of this Mariana is certain, but Fosca is untouchable. A handsome and charismatic Greek tragedy professor at Cambridge University, Fosca is adored by staff and students alike, particularly by the members of a secret society of female students known as the Maidens. I already read The Silent Patient, so that has to be good. And then last I got Crumbs, which is my graphic novel, which is in a very special town. There's an even more unusual bakery with a selection of baked treats handcrafted to help your dreams come true. For Ray, a quiet young woman with special powers of her own, the order is always the same: a hot tea with a delicious side of romance. I thought it sounded like a cute sort of Halloween-y, she has powers. That was where I was coming from with that one. So, I got literally everything I wanted. I was surprised. I was walking around, and I was like, oh god. What if I don't find anything? Their graphic novel section is, really rough because they only put out, they only really put out graphic novels that... Sorry, someone's parking next to me. Okay, they're gone. I don't know why they'd park next to me. I'm literally in, an unusual parking spot. They didn't even park next to me though, but they drove very slow next to me. It was so weird. But what graphic novels? Yeah, no, they only had the basic movie ones turned into graphic novels out. So like Stranger Things and stuff like that. And I was like, that's not what I'm looking for. But that one was like pointed forward. So yeah, and there weren't really, honestly, there were not that many that weren't like some sort of franchise. So that sucks. But that one I had seen the other day at Walmart, I think, and I wanted to get it, so I am excited. It's huge, though. I mean, it's a chunker. So we'll see. But yeah, I wish I could have had more footage for you guys. I feel like this is like a very short video. I thought it would be longer. Maybe I'll go through reading them in this video too. We'll see. Okay, I am back with the second part of this October TBR. I have all the books that I have on my Kindle and audiobooks on my laptop right now to go through. First one, The Last to Vanish by Megan Miranda. 10 years ago, Abigail Lovett fell into a job she loves, managing the Passage Inn, a cozy upscale resort nestled in the North Carolina mountains. As the book begins, a string of unsolved disappearances that has haunted the town is once again thrust into the spotlight when journalist Landon West, who is staying at the inn to investigate the story of the vanishing trail, then disappears himself. Abby finds incriminating evidence that may bring them closer to the truth, and then discovers how little she knows about her coworkers, neighbors, and even those closest to her. So, that one sounds perfect for October. I mean, spooky vibes all around. Next up, you may have heard of this one. I don't know, it's not as popular as the last one. It's called Hide by Kirsten White. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's an abandoned amusement park. And they have to like not get caught. There's a ton of prize money to win if they get to the very end. Says, but as the people around her begin disappearing one by one, Mac realizes competition is more sinister than she even imagined, and that together might be the only way to survive. 14 competitors, 7 days, everywhere to hide but nowhere to run. I've heard not great reviews about this one, but I still want to give it a chance. So I've already started it actually. So far it's okay. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on if I'm being honest, but I think it'll be pretty good. I've just heard that there's maybe a few too many characters, like perspectives. Next up is a classic. I think. I mean, I would say it's a classic. Misery by Stephen King. Actually, one of my coworkers is who told me about this one because we were talking about Verity, which is the best book ever made. I mean, yeah, if you feel otherwise, please don't tell me because you will not change my mind. But Paul Sheldon, he's a best-selling novelist who has finally met his biggest fan. She's Paul's nurse, tending his shattered body after an automobile accident, but she's also his captor, keeping him prisoner in her isolated house. Seems spooky. Does it say how many pages it is? I feel like 370, so actually it's pretty normal. For some reason that made it sound like very short, but no. And last of the ebooks is A History of Wild Places, which has been on my radar for a little bit. Travis Wren has an unusual talent for locating missing people. Hired by families as a last resort, he requires only a single object to find the person who has vanished. When he takes on the case of Maggie St. James, a well-known author of dark, dark, I don't know that word, children's books, he's led to a place many believe to be only a legend. So Travis ends up disappearing while looking into this, and then years later, Theo finds Travis's truck. And starts looking into it. And I'm guessing it's like the story of Theo looking into Travis and then uncovering all the other stuff. Now I have 2 audiobooks. I think they're both pretty short. I know this one is only 3 hours long, so not too long at all. It's called An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good. And it's supposed to be like a spooky but also funny story about this old lady who, like, I don't know, it's like she has no problem with murder, but there's like some comedic relief in it. Although now I'm realizing that this takes place around Christmas time. But you know, I don't know that that's the vibes for my Christmas. So we're going to read it now. And last up is The Shadows by Alex North. I also have this as an audiobook. You knew a teenager like Charlie Crabtree, a dark imagination, a sinister smile, always on the outside of the group. Some part of you suspected he might be capable of doing something awful. 25 years ago, Crabtree did just that, committing a murder so shocking that it's attracted the strange kind of infamy that only exists on the darkest corners of the internet and inspired more than one copycat. Paul Adams remembers this way too well. Though every inch of him resists, it's time to come home. It's not long before things start to go wrong. Reading the news, he learns another copycat has struck. And yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming he's just looking into that because there's really not not much said after that. So yeah, another murder mystery. You know, how many murder mysteries is that? 1, 2, 3. 3 murder mysteries. And 4 if you count the one I just got at Books A Million. So, sorry, my dog is like deciding that it's time to play. But that's my October TBR. If you have any other recommendations, shoot them by, but like this is already a lot, so we'll see if I get to it. But yeah, just tell me what you're reading. Maybe that's a better idea, because I'm already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books for the month. We're 3 days in, and I actually got through quite a bit of Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I only have 2 like normal fall books. The rest are just scary. So wish me luck, and I'll see you in the next video.